All right. So, Natasha, I read the pronunciation of your last name, but I just don't want to. I don't want to butcher it. So I'm going to let you tell us your name and just how you got started with It Works. Like, just bring us on your journey with you so far.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
I can hear.
Okay, so my name is Natasha Kauhane. I started in May of last year. I promoted to a Ruby within 2 months, and I got my $1,000 bonus, and I stayed a Ruby for almost 9 months, I think, and I finally promoted this February.
Sorry, I'm muting in between because it never fails on one of the on our Zooms. Reagan always freaks out, and I don't want I don't want your ears to suffer from that. Okay, so you stayed at Ruby for almost 9 months. Um, what was that? Tell us about the feelings that you had going through that. Like, so you're at Ruby. Was that your goal? Did you ever feel like your business wasn't moving, that you just didn't want to do it anymore?
So I was pregnant. I think I was like 5 months pregnant, maybe, and I just, yeah, I felt like my business was at a halt, and I got discouraged because nobody was working, um, and I actually started It Works just to try it. Like, I don't really have a oh my god story. Just to prove everybody wrong. Ruby was my only goal, actually. Um, just to get the $1,000 bonus, just to help our income a little bit. Um, then I gave birth, and then for my upline, my Carrie Gabriel, she came down from Oahu to do a training for our team in January, maybe like the middle of it. And before she left, she asked us, where do we see ourselves next month? And everybody was, said where they see themselves. And I told her that I see myself as a diamond. And she looked at me and she's like, are you sure that's all you see yourself as? And I was like, I see myself as a double, honestly. But my upline was there, and I personally just didn't want to like outrank her, I guess. Because she said she only saw herself as a diamond. So I was like, okay, I'll just do that. I'll just say that too. And then comes February, and just the tables turned, and I just worked my business day in and day out, and it finally paid off. It's been a crazy, crazy journey.
That's so awesome. Are you talking here? Um, I can. It's scary sometimes to say like what you really feel like you can be in this business because you feel like, well, I don't want to overshoot and then not make it, or
Mm-hmm.
So I can relate to that. I can understand where you were saying that. But you just, in the shortest month of the year, just knocked it out and went all the way to double diamond, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit. So you said you worked your business day in and day out. What were you doing? How do you work your business? Are you a party girl? Do you do social media?
Yeah, I'm not a party person. I've done parties and they failed. Like, nobody came. I just work on social media. I just do my tasks that I'm given every day. So like what I do is I add 300 people every day. I message at least about 100 to 150 people a day. Um, just random people. I noticed that people who have joined my team are people who do not like my photos. Um, People who like your photos are not really interested, I feel, in the business. It's the people who hide and don't show you their interest. I literally stayed up till 2 o'clock in the morning every day, every night, um, charting and seeing where I need to move people, and see who's my strongest leg, and who's my more weaker leg. My boyfriend was a big part of this. Um, he's been not supportive at all since I started this. Then just one day in February, I was just like, this is what I need to be a diamond. This is where I need your help. I told him I needed 13 people to promote to diamond. He went out, and over the 2 days, he signed up 9 distributors. 9 people who I've previously asked to join my team, and they told me no. So, I mean, if you guys have a other half, try to get them into this business. For some reason, men are more, they have a different, like, I don't know how to explain it. They work differently, and people take men a little seriously. And I think that's why, he got those 9 distributors versus me. Because consistency is the key. I've lost, I don't know how much potential distributors. I had people on my page signing up, and they get to the auto shipment part, and I don't text them back in time. And they sign up under somebody else. So just consistency is the key. Reaching out to people, even if you cannot do 100, 250, try to do 50 people. It's a numbers game. So, you only reach out to 10, you won't get anybody. You know what I mean? I reach out to 100, and I'll probably get like 5 out of that 100 who message me back.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm right there with you. My daughter is 3 months old. She's our second. And so last year I had a pretty good groove in this business. And then when I had her, it kind of set me back a little bit. I'm just now regaining my footing and feeling like I've got my mojo back. And I am right there with you. Like, my daily goal is to go through a 100s list, a new 100s list daily. So I love that you just put a number out there for us. You message 100 to 150 people a day. Because, yeah, I mean, if you want to sign up 2 or 3 distributors a day, how many people are you willing to talk to get that?
Yeah.
If you're talking to 10 people a day, that's great. You're going to be getting new leads and you're going to have new follow-ups. But if you can do more, then you're going to get more, So I love, that's a big number, but we dream big here. And so that's awesome. So what was it? So you said your boyfriend. Now, we just had to talk about this last week about how, a lot of times it takes them in a little longer to get on board for whatever reason. Was there something that you did that changed your boyfriend's mind? And then do you know specifically what he did when he went out to get those 9 distributors for you?
Well, what actually helped my business was I told him, go a month from February 1st, do not talk bad about my business. No negative. And I honestly, truly feel like that's the reason why. Just maybe him not supporting me, but just not that negativity. He finally jumped on board when he saw the bonuses I was going for. So when I talk to people, I talk to distributors, I'm plain and simple. Hey, have you ever heard of It Works? I'm an independent distributor. Would you be interested in making a little extra money? He goes above and beyond, and he tells them the opportunity that they can get if they join our team, as in bonuses. Let them know a little bit about the monthly income, the compensation plan. He goes through all of that, and he's already not a salesman, but a businessman. He's a tattoo artist. So he has that mentality of business. So I think that helped him a little bit, but just him going in detail and about this amazing opportunity, and putting your guys' heart into when you talk to people, showing them that you truly care is gonna help you get you far. Like I tell my distributors, the money will come later. Truly care about your team, and your loyal customers, like, we are dealing with their health. Don't just try to make them buy products and not truly care about their goals and what they care about. And that's just the main thing, just to put your heart into it. Another thing is, I've noticed I've been a little bit more successful is my mindset. um, Success is a mindset, and it's, if you tell yourself, oh, I'm just gonna go for Ruby, like, that's where you're gonna stop. If you can say, like, oh my god, I'm going for triple this month, and that's still impossible, but you tell yourself that, I promise you'll get far.
Yeah, I just want to hug you. So yeah, you gotta believe it. You've gotta adopt that ambassador attitude before people are gonna believe you. So you just have to walk the walk, and the people will be coming. I love that so much. Um, I want to go back just a little bit, because what we normally uh, that we message the people that like or comment on our statuses. And you just came right out and said that you read on that, and that you just ask the people that you so we would call that cold messaging. What do you
Yes.
say, or who do you look for when you're going to cold message someone?
um I usually don't straight out cold message them. I'll usually like their pictures first. Like their pictures, comment on it, so that they see I'm not just trying to sell them products. For some people, cold messaging doesn't work. Not all the time does it work for me. Um, there's just some days I just try to cold message, and nobody wants to hear novels and novels of nonsense. I'm not saying nonsense, but, like, explaining about the business, when it started, all that, just simple, straight out. Hey, my name is Tasha. I'm a distributor of It Works. Have, you know, or sometimes I'll start off like, hey, I've been challenged to sign up 4 loyal customers or 2 distributors in the next 72 hours. So it kind of hypes them up. Um, some people will just read my message and go about their day. I don't let that discourage me. It's their loss that they don't, know how amazing this opportunity is. Um, and I just don't get negative. People tell me no, or yeah, flat out no, I'm not interested. I'm just say, okay, have a great day. I'll be here if you're ever ready. Um,
So, okay,
yeah.
you're clearing that up for me then. So you are constantly building relationships then. And so you're not just
Yes.
going to a random person and saying, hey, have you tried It Works? You're commenting on their posts. You're having, oh, gross. Sorry. So you're commenting, you're liking, you're having life discussions with them before you ever say, hey, are you interested, or have you thought about this? And then, so you're building those up, and then do you, how many of those, maybe or maybe you don't know, do you know about how many of those that you message a day, as far as the ones who maybe haven't reached out to you, the ones that you are reaching? Does that make sense what I'm trying to ask? Sorry, Reagan just spit up and made me lose my train of thought.
Um. So, but like I said, it's a numbers game, and most people comment me or message me back, and, like, like, I asked them, like, would you be, or for example, if I cold message them, I'm like, oh, if I told you you could, get paid for being nice to people, would you want to know more? That one is, I get a lot of people, because they're like, oh yeah, I want to know more. um I don't. I try not to word throw up on them. Keep it simple. Then they ask, yeah, I want to know more. I basically tell them all I do is I'm not a salesperson. I'm a sharesman. I just share our products. I advertise our products, and I mean, that's basically it.
I love that so much. That whole, like, would you want to get paid? Like, would you be interested in getting paid to be nice to people? That just right there sets you up to get the kind of distributor that you want. Like,
Yes.
it sets you up. You know, it took me a little while to get that. You know, when people would say, we get to pick who we work with. And in the beginning, I was like, oh, I just have to sign up whoever wants to be on my team. And that just totally sets you up to get the kind of people that you want on your team, because you're attracting positive people who, you know, like that they're already thinking like, that's my job, that's what I have to do anyway, is to be positive and be nice to people. That's really awesome. And I love that you know that you tell people you're not a salesperson, you're a sharesman, because how many times do we get told, no thanks, I'm not a salesperson, I couldn't do this business, I'm not a salesperson. And so that you just come right out and say, well, neither am I. I'm not a salesperson, I'm a sharesman, and you just tell them right then and there what you do, you know? So I also love that you talked about the no's that you get, or how people ignore your messages, and that you just don't let that stop you. Where was I going with that? Yeah, so if you're 100 to 150 people a day, and you say you might hear back, you might get a yes from 5 to 10 of those people, that still leaves room for a lot of no's. And what's positive, no negative, but so I guess that answers the question. I was going to say, what's your take on that? You know, did that ever discourage you if you're getting in a day?
Sorry, you're kind of cutting out. Did you say if it? Sorry, can you repeat it? Sorry.
Could I have a half-size pecan chicken salad, please?
Christy, can you mute the speaker in?
All right, what else for you? Sorry,
That's
that's all.
Okay.
Please say phone, navigation, audio, information, or help.
Hey, Christy, can you just mute your Zoom?
Available commands are phone, exiting voice recognition.
Okay. No, but does that ever get you down when you know you get 100 no's in a day? What's your take on that?
Hello, 469.
I did. You know, when I used to do events, even people tell me no, you'd be so mad. You know, I don't like when people tell me no. But as I don't know, I'm sure you guys all know Maria Napoli. I met her at our One Team One Mission, and she told me that everybody's first word is no. That changed my whole perspective. You know, when I blitz, when I message people, I go for the no's. You know, I tell myself, I'm not going to stop messaging people, or I'm not going to stop blitzing people until I get 10 no's. You know, and then you're going to want to go for no's because you're going to want to stop messaging people, you know. So just change your mindset. Go for no's. It has helped me a lot.
I don't even think about that. Yeah, as a baby, like everyone's first word is no. In us to say. Okay, sorry, we're on a pacifier hunt. Okay, so let's talk about your promotions, because that means you just got a bonus, a double good diamond bonus, and a double good double diamond bonus. Or maybe you don't know yet because commission hasn't posted yet.
I've been stalking that thing like crazy all day.
Can you I don't want you to tell us. I'm trying to think of how I want to ask this. I mean, can you just wrap your mind around what this is going to do for your family?
What this can do for my family? Sorry, I can barely hear you. Oh, I don't know. You know, I got $52,000 in bonuses, and my boyfriend got 22,000. We got 74,000 altogether. Like, this is insane. So what I was trying, this can do so much things. I know my boyfriend wants to travel. He's a tattoo artist. You know, maybe this can give us that freedom that he can travel the world. You know, he wants to buy an RV and just travel all 50 states and tattoo. Maybe I can make his dream come true. You know, maybe we were planning this year, this end of this year, to buy our house. I mean, maybe we can buy it sooner now that I am promoted to where I am.
That's gosh, that's so awesome. I want to know, okay, so I know that there are a lot of other leaders that I talk to who have a pretty strong local team. Do you feel like, I know you said you use social media, that you're not really a party girl, but do you feel like your team is all over, or are they pretty local to you?
Most of my team is here on Maui. I do have a really strong leg in Oregon. And I just got a distributor in Washington and Texas. But my Oregon leg, she's pretty strong. And I have to thank God that, you know, I have 71 distributors under me and only 3 is not working. And I think it's, you know what it is? I think it's that me talking to them every day, you know, reminding them that I'm going to be here for them. You know, it's just not that I just promote it and I'm going to forget about them. I consistently message them positive thoughts, you know, giving them hope that they'll be where I am if they just give, you know, the 110%. But yes, most of my team is locally here on Maui with me.
I just thought of something that I get asked a lot. And a lot of times I get asked, okay, when you're remote, like 100%, what does your day look like? You know, the kids are at home now, and so for you, I know you're up late at night. What does your day look like?
My day, oh my God, it's crazy. I have 2 babies. One is 1 and one is 2. I watch my nephew. He's 3 years old. We own a barbershop, so I manage and answer calls all day long from my barbershop. I pick up my little brother and sister from school. I take them to their football practice. You know, my mom's a food service delivery, so, you know, I help her with her delivery someday. Yet I still put time into my business. So, you know, when people tell me like, oh, I'm so busy, you know, I work 2 jobs, and I tell them like, you have an advantage. Like, take advantage of your jobs. Like, you can talk to people there, you know, and it's just when people tell me they're too busy, I tell them, look at me, you know, I still think positive, even though I'm crazy busy. I still think positive that I'm gonna make it in this business, and that's what really pushed me to be where I am.
I know I can tell you right now that there are people on this Zoom, on this call right now, who needed to hear that, and I can tell you that there are people on this call of you just like I do that you have said that, because you know, we get that a lot. I just had a girl right before I got on who said, I asked her if she was interested in hearing about making extra money, and she said, no thanks, 2 nights a week, and I'm involved in some moms groups, and I don't really have time for that. And I always want to tell people, like, It Works is not a group of people who just had all this extra time and money on their hands and were bored, you know, like, we were full-time parents, full-time job, full-time parents, maybe 2, maybe 4, maybe 4, 5, 6 kids. You know, nobody just does this because they have extra time. And
Exactly.
even once we sign up, sometimes we need to hear that because we let life get in the way and we think, oh, I don't have time to work my business. But thank God that you knew you were worth it. Thank God that you know that your family deserves that and that you just understood that this is a business. You need to run it like a business.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So crazy day, and you still manage to message people. You still work your social media. Do you schedule your posts ahead of time on your social media?
Yes, I do airplane mode. Do you guys do that?
Huh? Okay. So you're mainly on Instagram then to do airplane mode, right?
Yes, ma'am. I barely post on Facebook, only when I have time.
Which is like
But mostly Instagram.
okay. Okay. So you're using Instagram. Airplane mode is a great trick. Yeah, you guys, if you haven't done it already, so you set your phone on airplane mode, and then you go ahead and act like you're gonna post the picture with the caption, and it'll say failed. And then when you take your plane, you can do as many posts as you want. And then when you take your phone off of airplane mode, you can just go and click the retry button whenever you want. So your posts are already made, and you just click one button. And then, so when do you normally message people? Are you messaging people through the day, or is that your chunk of time at night you stay awake?
I message people I do it right when I wake up. My kids wake up at like 7 o'clock, so I'll wake up like an hour early. I'll write to people, so it gives them the whole day to read my messages. Sorry, my daughter. I also do it when they're on nap time, and then like at 11 o'clock at night, when I put everybody down, my house is clean, I'll sit down for like 3 hours and just message people. Stop it.
Yes. You've given us so much good info. We're right at a half an hour. So if you're okay with it, Natasha, if you're okay with any of the group that wants to ask a question.
Yes, that would be perfect.
Okay. Does anybody have a question for her while we're still on?
So, stop it.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have questions for her, I'll give you another minute if anybody wants to speak up. Don't be shy. This was really sweet of her to give us this time. Okay. Well, I cannot thank you enough for just taking the time to be on here with us tonight. You have truly shown us what One Team, One Mission is. You guys, she just came from a sideline sister, like way over. So she didn't have to do this for our team. And I'm so grateful that you did because, gosh, you're just amazing. And you're doing really, really cool things in your business. And we're so blessed to get to learn from you tonight. And we just pray for your business, and we cannot wait to see you at the top. And it sounds like it's not going to take you very long to get there.
Thank you guys so much for having me. It was a blessing.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you.